Today I'm going to discuss with you lesson number 5 in the first term, Rumpelstiltskin by D. Reed. Learning objectives of my presentation are to identify the characters in the story, to understand the content of the story, to identify the moral message of the story. Now we will see who are the characters in the story. He is the king, and you'll be meeting a girl. So she's Miller's daughter, and also the Miller. Children, please turn to page number 12. The fairy tale begins with a poor miller. So, who is a miller? Yeah, miller is a person who routines grain into flour, and he tries too hard to seem important when he gets his chance to talk to the king. So he waited very patiently until he can meet the king. So at last he met the king. So we'll see now they are talking about something. When you see this picture, you can see that these two are talking about something. So we'll see what are they talking about. The miller boasts that his daughter is so talented that she can spin gold out of straw. Now, what is he telling to the king? He's telling now, when you look at in page number 12, it says, once upon a time there was a poor miller who loved to boast about his beautiful daughter. Now, he used to boast. Now, boasting is something that which actually the things that you do not have, but you are pretending that you have all the things what you are telling. So that is called boasting. So he used to boast about his beautiful daughter. One day the miller went to see the king. Sir, now he wanted to see the king. So at that time he conveyed to a king, sir, he said, my daughter is so clever. You know, my daughter is really clever. She can even spin straw into gold. Now again he boasted about his daughter by telling that she can spin straw into gold. Now actually it's boasted. Uh, that is now actually his daughter cannot spin straw into gold, but he boasted. Now he told which something that his daughter cannot do. Though the miller told king that his daughter can spin the straw into gold, he did not believe. So he wanted to test the miller's daughter. So next he asked Miller to bring his daughter to the palace. So next day the miller's daughter was placed in a room full of straw. So here you in this picture you can see there are some straw, and also a king. We can see the picture of a king and also miller's daughter. So he asked. Now he is pointing at straw and asking her to spin all these straw into gold before morning. So otherwise, if he she could not do this, what will be her punishment? He will chop off her head. So he will chop off her head. So that will be her punishment. Now you can see a picture of a girl who is crying. So she begins to cry. Why she begins to cry? Because she doesn't have an ability to spin straw into gold. So due to that, she is crying. Uh, so suddenly, a strange while she is crying, a strange little man appears in the room and decides to make a bargain with the women. So we'll see how he bargain with the with this girl. "Why are you crying?" he asked. "I must spin this straw into into gold, or the king will chop off my head," said the girl. "What will you give me if I spin the straw into gold for you?" Now this is called bargaining. Now I can do this, but what you are going to give me? So the little man asked. "I will give you my necklace," said the girl. Now she agreed to give her necklace if he can do her work. As I told you in the uh, earlier slide, the strange little man, now you can see a picture of the strange little man, and he wanted the girl's necklace in exchange for all the straw in the room to be turned into gold. So this is how she had given her necklace to this strange little man. So in page number 13, you can see a picture of the little man who is spinning the straw into gold. So this little man had been spun the straw into gold by morning. So after seeing it, the king made him greedier. Now he was a little bit greedy. After seeing this gold, uh, he had a very greedy feeling, and then he decides to send her into an even bigger room of straw. So now greediness, according to this lesson, children, the writer wanted to highlight that greediness is not good for anybody. It will harm to our life one day, so don't be greedy. The girl again begins to cry, and then the little man appears again to cut another deal with her. Now, again, girl begins to cry as she doesn't know how she has to spin the straw into gold. So again, who appears? That little man, and he needs something if he can do this task. So the little man now wanted the ring that she was wearing, and the girl agrees to the deal. So we'll see how he asks her ring. Now what we now in page number 13, little man is telling, "What will you give me this time if I spin straw into gold for you?" The little man asked. "I'll give my ring," said the girl. So the little man set to work. By morning, all the straw had been spun into gold. So then now the and later king returns, and all the straw was turned into gold again, and king decides to test her one more time with even more straw than the last time, to determine if she would become the new queen. Now this is what he said. When the king saw the gold, he was very pleased, but now he wanted even more gold. Now why he wanted some more gold? Because he was really greedy after seeing this gold. So that evening he put the poor girl into an enormous room full of straw. So now this time the king said, "If you spin all this straw into gold before morning, then I will marry you and you will be my queen." So that is his promise. That was his promise given to this girl. Now we are in page number 14. So here again the little man appears, and now he needs girl's firstborn child when she married the king. So how he asked? "This time I have no gift." Now once again, as soon as the king had left, the strange little man appeared, and at that time And this girl said to that little man, "This time I have no gift to give you," said the little said the girl sadly. That if I help you, he said, "you must promise to give me your firstborn child." Now that was his need. So the girl ultimately agrees to the little man's request. So the little man spins the last batch of straw into gold, and the girl became the queen. So you can see that the picture of a happy couple who married as king and queen. So when the king saw the all the gold, he was very pleased. So he married the girl, and she became queen. So now she became the queen. A year later, the queen's baby was born. Now 1 year later, the queen's baby was born. Please look at page number 15. Now you can see a picture of a little man and queen, and he is asking queen's daughter. So the little man returned to claims his part of deal. Now he returned to to take his take what he need. The queen refuses to give up the baby, and little man said that if she guessed his name within the next 3 days, she could keep her baby. So this is how he told. "I have come for the baby," he said. "Remember, you promised that I could have your firstborn child." The queen began to cry. She begged the little man not to take away her child. He felt sorry for her, so he said, "I will give you 3 days. If in that time you can guess my name, you may keep your child." So that is what he said. So the first 2 days, the queen could not guess the creature's name. Now uh, she's really worried, and she could, but again when this little man came, she guessed some names and told, but that was not his name. To page number 16. Next day, the miller visited his daughter, and she begged him to save her baby. Miller was able to find little man's house, and at last he saw him. So we'll see how he found this little man's house. Next day, Miller visited his daughter, and she begged him to help her save her baby. Together they thought of all the strangers' names. When the little man came, she said, "Perhaps your name is Bandylegs, or Dribble Drop, or Pottledwidden." "No, no, no," laughed the little man. "You have not guessed my name." Then the miller had an idea. Now he had an idea. He set out to look out for little man. Now he searched all day and was just about to give up when he saw a little house at the edge of the forest. So this is how he found this little man's house. The miller peeped in and saw the strange little man. He was dancing in front of the fire, and he sang as he danced. So, this is how he danced. "Tonight I dance around this flame. Tomorrow a beautiful daughter I'll claim. And no one will ever guess my game, for Rumpelstiltskin is my name." So, what's his name? Rumpelstiltskin. So you can see a picture of a strange little man who is dancing in front of his house. Now we are in page number 17. On the final day, the little man appeared, and the queen started guessing names, and eventually got to his name, which was Rumpelstiltskin. So this is how she announced his name correctly. Is it Herbert? Asked the queen. No, said the little man. Is it Humphrey? Asked the queen. No, said the little man. You will never guess my name. So this is what he said. Could it be possibly be Rumpelstiltskin? Asked the queen triumphantly. What do you mean by triumphantly? Now uh, he achieved the victory. She achieved the victory. So she won the game. So she was really happy. So little man was furious. Now see, you can see he was a little bit furious. How did you find out? He screamed and stamped his foot so hard that it went right through the floor. So he was little bit furious about how did she find his correct name. The little man was full of anger and started to kick his right foot into the ground and eventually got it stuck. Now you can see how he was really angry and he started to kick his right leg. Now see, yeah, he started to kick, and what happened to his right leg? It was stuck, right? uh, it was stuck. So again he tried to use his left foot to pull the other one out, and in the process the little man was torn in half, causing him to disappear. Now while he was trying to what pull the other one by using his leg, he was torn in half, and then um, what happened? Uh, he uh, he um, at the end he was disappeared. So, children, these are the messages of the story. Boasting is harmful, so don't boast. And every time you should tell the truth and take the responsibility for your own mistakes. Now, nobody, now, mostly, sometimes if something went wrong, we have an habit of passing our mistakes to some other person by telling that now when if you did not bring your book at that time, you will tell to teacher that now my mother or father didn't put it into my bag, so due to that I could not bring. So that is your responsibility, not their responsibility to back up your things. So you should take if some I mean if you did a mistake, you should take the full responsibility of that mistake. So please learn all these good things from this story. Children, I have prepared you some questions, so please answer to all these questions. Give you some good understanding of the story, and it will help you to again recall what you learned today. Very much, children, for listening to my presentation. I hope you get a very good understanding of the story Rumpelstiltskin, and you hope you learned a very good lesson about uh, uh, about this story. And also please keep in mind all the messages that you learned today.